All right, now that you have read the I Am From Where I'm From poem as a mentor text, it is time for you to write your own Where I'm From poem. And I have a process to get your ideas going before you actually start drafting. So when you open up this week's folder, you're going to see Write Your Own Where I'm From poem assignment. So when you open that up, it's a several page assignment that you will see. And the first thing that you're going to see is a brainstorm page. Now, you just looked at the original Where I'm From poem, and I have found that this poem, using this as a mentor text or an example text, can create a really, really good model for a poem that you not only are going to be really proud of, but I think your family is going to want to hang on to it if you put in some of the work. This link right here shows several other Where I'm From poems that other people have written. They used that original that you read just yesterday to write their own, and they put all in examples from themselves. So you can see that there are 3 different examples from different people and how their poems are very specific to them. And I'm not going to read all of them, but just kind of bits and pieces. So I'm from my green blankie and climbing out of my crib from playing mermaid in the bathtub. I'm from walking my dog and the noise he made when I stepped on his tail. So you can kind of see some of those very, very specific examples to that author. Donovan grew up in a very different place than the other authors. I am from rivers and beaches and lobster pots. I'm from salty oceans, which makes me shiver in the cold. I'm from the mouth of the Merrimack River, the roughest place on the East Coast, which I go through every summer day. I know it by heart. So you can see a very different environment. And then there's the last one here that was actually appeared in a book called Becoming Muhammad Ali that James Patterson and Kwame Alexander used to express where Muhammad Ali had come from. So those are all examples that I want you to just take a look at and read through. You don't have to annotate. I just want you to take a look at them. Then once you kind of have an idea of what you're going for, I want you to start brainstorming things that you could put, might end up in your poem in the end, but might not. You just have to kind of get your mind going. So it says, you're going to do part 1 for your homework. It says, answer these questions to help you brainstorm information and details for your poem. You should have at least 15 ideas or more. Now I have at least in all caps, meaning the more you do this brainstorm, the more you're going to have to draw from for your own poem in the end. Now you can see that there's a part 2 and a part 3. You don't need to do that. Today is just about brainstorming. You read the examples and then brainstorm. I put my own right here so you can take a look and I said you had to have at least 15 ideas, but I have way more. So the first one is list details from where you live, names, places, plants. And we lived on Grant Street, we had a catalpa tree, we had an Old English sheepdog around the house, we had hostas. Who are the family members that are important to you and what are they like? You don't have to list 300 names there. Just let you know the people that you tend to spend the most time with. And so I did names. My family kind of has two families in one because my oldest sister is 14 years older than me. My grandparents didn't speak English very well. What are some of the details from your family? Routines, schedules, unspoken rules, that sort of thing. List traditions. I wrote about 4th of July and my sister buying me sandals. Occupations that are in your family. Notable events, things that were hard for your family or things that were celebrated. Your favorite place to be. What dreams you have for your future. What do you say a lot? What gets said to you a lot? And then maybe any other thing that you can think of. At least 15 ideas. Now I have way more. I've got 4 in just this one. And it's not all even. I have more in this one, just a couple in this one. I couldn't think of anything on the other. But this is all about getting your ideas going. So take your time, do a really good job with this, and we will start talking about making these ideas into sentences for a poem next time.